Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowances made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by the copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. Choke no joke, you already know. Tonight we will be using some content, pictures, video, music under the Fair Use Act. Tonight is the panel. Tonight is the panel. If you have a spiritual gift, please come on. If you are in agreement that we saw a demon the other night with Jaguar Wright after she rubbed them ashes on her face, please let me know. Please let me know if you saw it. The panel's open. Anybody's welcome to come in. As long as you have your camera on. If your camera's on, you can be a part of the show. If you don't show yourself, I'm not here for the buffoonery, the clownery, this, that, and the other. I don't care if you got your camera on and you got a mask on your mask over your mouth and some shades on. But I'm not bringing nobody on that does not have that's afraid to speak openly, so to speak. All right. Choke no joke. You already know. Let everybody know. I got some more information tonight, but this is going to be a deep one. This is going to be a deep one. All right. This is for entertainment purposes, so I'm not responsible for what people say and come on the show. Their words are their own words. They are not the words of Arthur D. Austin III, a.k.a. Choke No Joke. So you are free to say what you want, but at your own benefit, okay? I'm not responsible for what anybody say, and that is my disclaimer, and this is for entertainment purposes only, all right? We are here to entertain, all right? Choke No Joke. Let's get to it, y'all.
Yeah. Choke no joke. Primo, you ain't want to give me no beat, so I'm stealing one. Take it personal. You know you my guy, Primo. Love you. You gonna give me a beat after this one? I never thought that you would cry me, go against me, and backstab me. Third eye is strong, word is bond. Put you on the fakes, and now you won. I gave you support, and you play me. For those who play with butt, yeah, I'm talking Breakfast Club, Revolt, whatever. All I know is birds of a feather. Hang with those that they hate. Once the realness, now you fake, and I see through you. What you gonna do when they book you and your Duke shoot? I know you think I'm expose you. This ain't no threat, take it personal. Choke no joke. 2023, it's on me. You hear me? 2023 is on me. They say why I don't come around the game, cause all y'all dudes undercover gay, and I don't play those fucking games. Yo, stop the track, I'm fucking Slay. Rest in peace, K Slay, man. Let's get to the next one. They counted me out, cause I didn't wanna get down. They can talking about God there. What God? What God are you talking about? Say his name. This nigga went Eric Benet. Now the baddest girl won't show her face. You know your ass in the way when she show up to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And you ain't even say her name. Lame, you better say Dame. In the streets, we call you roadblock. Nigga, you shot. Nigga, you block rocks. Like when Chris was about to pop. Like MJ moonwalking like Spock. You abuse your power facts. You killed the thought that's black. Tariq, you kill the weeds, not the seeds that grow the trees. And as long as you alive, Dame should have a milli. Fuck you mean bleed. Nigga, don't get me started. You know I'm retarded and lying hearted. You flipped on your peeps, For those peoples in them white sheets, like you pro-black. We pass kneeling, how you shit on cap. Nigga, you got the check, the pros went back, and that's no cap. Leaving cap with no salary cap. Your son said you his dad, and you never threw him a pass. Watching his siblings in the stands, say lips, say no, say hands. You say the kid is not your son, they call you Hov, it must be immaculate conception. Immaculate conception. What? Choke no joke, 2023, it's all me, you hear me? Choked it. Choked it. You already know what it is. Let's go. Yo, Kanye, you better stop playing with Jesus Christ too. You get it next. Don't think we forgot about the devil in the red dress. You'll get dressed next. Yeah, I already smoked you once in quad. You'll get it too. Choke no joke. You already know. Y'all know I love that cooch. You know what this is. I love that cooch. Yeah. It's the A thing. Clean cooch. Let's go. You already know.
Hey, all y'all that want to hate, go ahead and hate now so I could block y'all. Please. I'm going to play my music. So go ahead and hate so I could block you now. Please, go ahead. Please, go ahead and hate. Infinity, I see you. Warrior Queen, I see you. We're going to get to it in a minute. Choke no joke. Y'all know what it is.
No. Y'all know I love that cooch. You know what this is. I love that cooch. Yeah. It's the A thing. Clean cooch. Let's go. Yo, what's up? My nuts when I wake up. Got more than wood and I just bust one. And mahogany, I'm Ron Isley. Between the sheets, and she want to ski. And just shout with me with what I thought was pee. She rolled the D, her water broke B. Not pregnant, but baptized me. I'm down for more love, but change the sheet. She said, please, I want more. Next thing I know, mattress dripping the floor from her juices. Oral had me stoned, had a Corinne and Medusa in one. And when I look in her eye, between her thighs, I tell you no lie, ain't shit won't buy. I rob and take it, for me to taste it. Red lobster, pussy, biscuit, freshly baked. Eat that coochie all night. She sprayed my face like Shook Sprite. I love her. I eat her coochie all night. She sprayed my face like Shook Sprite. I love her. Suck my nuts when I wake up. Got more than wood and I just bust one. In mahogany, I'm Ron Isley. Between the sheets, and she want to ski. And just shout with me with what I thought was pee. She rolled the D, her water broke B. Not pregnant, but baptized me. I'm down for more love, but change the sheet. She said, please, I want more. Next thing I know, mattress dripping the floor from her juices. Oral had me stoned, had a Corinne and Medusa in one. And when I look in her eye, between her thighs, I tell you no lie, ain't shit won't buy. I rob and take it, for me to taste it. Red lobster, pussy, biscuit, freshly baked. Eat that coochie all night. She sprayed my face like Shook Sprite. I love her. I eat her coochie all night. She sprayed my face like Shook Sprite. I love her. Oh yeah. My man had to come through and make sure it went.
Wait, I had to put Infinity on the screen because her eyes was popping out her head for the Cooch song. I'll be back though.
Oh yeah, my man had to come through and make sure it went through. Y'all niggas is in trouble. Choke no joke. I ain't no joke, the mixtape. We here now. You already know. Let's go. Choke chillin', got away from them billin'. Ain't shit really changed though, I'm still that villain. I'm making money with rhyme, fuck black on black crime. Beef and money don't mix, like Muslims and swine. I'm talking milk, penicillin, y'all be illin'. Y'all be thinking y'all killers, with y'all school face grillin'. Kick that bullshit to me, y'all be wet though like Bruce Lee. And Brandon and a hearse on the highway to heaven. Man, you making mad threats and stuck in one section. I'm OBP like Naughty, making connections. Talking under your breath, get you something you don't need. 2 fully loaded Max, filled up with heat. Nigga, you sweeter than 30 days for a body. Pop shit to these niggas, see me walk by me. But I ain't looking for no beef, I don't eat bologna. But I bring a whole cow if you run up on me. Shiesty, try me and hype me to peel your wig back like 10 cent icy. Bring it, stop bluffing, I got your threats, they mean nothing. I respond like Bond, I come through, I'm bombing. Playing bodegas, flipping Montega. You tan in the Jacks, I tan in Jamaica. Faker, wouldn't bust if he raped ya. Your chick out blazed her, hit it like Jada. While you blew up a pager, had to breathe like Vader. Your star at war, with the lightsaber. I'm here to lyrically tear your red, nigga, you a spear. I jack you up, now you outta here. Throw me on the 600. Now fucking nigga humming, blowing down 8th Ave with a bad bitch blunted. I take it there. Y'all niggas don't want it. Y'all niggas don't want it. Y'all niggas don't want it with no joke. Who you thought it be? Represent the NYC. Bring it on if you niggas want some of me. Have y'all niggas feeling it like Jay-Z. No joke, who you thought it be? Represent the NYC. Bring it on if you niggas want some of me. Bronze King like the LORD-FINE-SC. And that bullshit y'all do, y'all niggas don't stress me. Oh yeah, and you already know, either war what it is. Choke no joke, I ain't no joke. The mixtape, we here now.
Choke no joke. You already know. We in the building. Infinite. Infinity, why you got 2 pages?
Huh?
Why I see you twice on here?
Oh, my phone, I don't know, it kicked off. I don't know why.
Okay. All right, I got you. Warrior Queen, you're gonna have to show yourself or I'm gonna kick you off. We ain't doing no ghosts today. I'm not trying to be trolled. Okay, I guess you didn't hear me. All right, Infinity. Let's start with you because you first up in the building. You've been here. I don't want to hold you. So, what's on your mind, sister?
Hey, so I've been watching this. I really knew of Jaguar Wright for like, in the 90s. But I really didn't know her story until around Christmas time. And I was just listening to her. She was saying a lot of truthful stuff. I know of Solar because coming into the higher consciousness community and everything else. Of course, you'll know about combination. What?
Wait, hold on for a second. Hold on, real quick. Can you, since you said you knew about Solar, can you please update us on who he is? Give us as much information on him that you can, because some of us are, like myself, are part of the highest conscious community, but I never heard of this dude.
Okay. So Solar is a part of carbonation, right? That was really, oh, Nature Boy. Nature Boy was their priestess, their priest, right? Their high priest. Let's just really think about this. Before Nature Boy, he had a cult. It's more of a sex cult. It was a cult. But if you remember, he went to jail and he said that he was downloading and he was becoming God. Okay, he was God. Um, and Solar was believing that this man was saying he was God. Solar, it's rumored that Solar and Nature Boy had, bisexual relations. I really do believe that's true. There were a lot of sexual rituals. I heard there's a lot of STIs and STDs that they were sharing with each other. A lot of mind control. A lot of what I want to say. A lot of tantanic. That's what I want to say. Sexual rituals going on with them. I just when Solar moved on to other people, like to another member, Janae. Janae was actually the person that said that Nature Boy was that rape. No, I'm sorry, ate her, ate her, and that's why Nature Boy's in jail. Solar went and got with Janae, and now Janae is pregnant. And he just abandoned her. Then he went to Velvet. Velvet was Nature Boy's wife. She was the head. She was the head of this cult. He messed with her. She left him, packed all her stuff, and now she's with Yakin somewhere in California. And so Solar did not have anywhere to go. He didn't. He still, feels that, like Nature Boy. He thinks he's Nature Boy 2.0. Basically, that's what he is. I saw, like, why when I saw that I was like, why would Jaguar Wright be with carbonation? But you missed something. A couple of days ago when they first started IG living, Jaguar Wright said that she was a promised wife to Dr. York. So I was like, well, if she was a promised wife to Dr. York when she was young, maybe she has some kind of, she feels some kind of sympathetic to cults, because maybe she had to go through that, or maybe it could have been a Jaguar landish tale. But that's kind of weird. I don't know if anybody caught that.
I mean, can it be that she has flaws like everybody else? That may be one of her flaws, but you know what I'm saying? She may have that freaky type of way because freaks, show freaks what they do. So shit that may have been one of her flaws. But if you seen her son video when he talked, her son gave her interview. Her son that was staying with her, and he's more like on a spiritual level, and he said that oh boy, Solar was like a imp. And then old boy said, "Oh, what you mean? He was trying to drain your mama energy?" He said, "No, it was more like he was trying to invade."
I caught that. Damn, well, she got cut off.
Yeah,
So wait, hold
Joe.
on. Hold on. Before everybody start fucking jumping in, please don't cut nobody off. If you're going to speak, raise your hand. I'll bring you in. You the next person. You the next person. Because just how he just cut her off, now Jason jumping in to cut somebody else off, and we're going to have a mess. We don't do that over here. We don't cut nobody off. And I had questions for this lady. So please come back. I forgot her name already. Infinity, please come back. Like, please don't cut nobody off, y'all. Please. But go ahead, Jason. You can talk now.
Yo, Choke.
Yeah.
Like my cousin was he did some music with Noriega, Capone, and Mussolini. Him and Mussolini is supposed to be in a group, but they went overseas. I forgot. My uncle told me the name, but I forgot. So, but he said his son came back because his mother raised him up in the church. That there was some things going on over there. They wanted him to sleep with some men or whatever. They wanted to do some freaky shit over there. He wasn't with it. He went home and he started crying to his mother and shit about how they scared him and trying to do rituals and shit overseas, so he could become a popular rapper. And this is like back in the days, and I was gonna tell his, I talked to his father and stuff, and I was telling his father, I said, why don't you do an interview with Choke? He said he would do it, but I don't know if you got any contact information. You want to link up with him? Can't hear you, Choke.
My bad. Yeah, tell him to contact me. Choke no joke at Gmail.
All right, because he said, he was glad his son left that industry. Your soul on your ass, it ain't worth it.
Yeah.
He was like, I don't know if Nori did it, but he said Nori was there.
Well, depending on the year,
Nori know who Maze is. Nori know who Maze is. They got music together. The shit is on YouTube.
Nah, I know who he is.
You know who Maze is?
Yeah, Moose Lisi and Maze.
Oh, I didn't know you knew who he was. Because he wasn't popping like that.
I am hip hop for real, bro.
I know you was like doing. I know you did video shoots and concerts and shit. But I didn't know you was like in it, like around everybody.
Yeah, I was around Nori. I've done BET shows and had Nori on there. I was at Rockefeller when they was.
Yeah, that's why I'm familiar with you at Rockefeller.
Right, yeah. So I've been on Nori since the tunnel, like shooting their performances and stuff. I know Capone. I know all of them. Trash.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I know all of them. So when you say Mussolini and Maze, I know exactly who they are. But it makes sense to me now why he disappeared.
Yeah, because I had asked my uncle, I said, why ain't your son rapping no more? And then he told me the story. He was like, they was trying to do some funny shit with my boy, but my boy was raised in the church.
Right. I believe it. I believe, and you heard Nori talk about it, so it ain't far-fetched because Nori talked about it on Vlad.
Yeah. When he talked about that door, that's when I asked my uncle some questions.
That's exactly what he was talking
about. And so when I hear Jaguar Wright, I'm not saying everything she says is accurate, but a lot of that shit is accurate.
No,
now she did say, and one thing I did respect about her is that she did put it out there like she ain't perfect either. Like she was a part of some of the shit too. She actually said that. It ain't like she's sitting up here hiding shit. You got a lot of these other podcasts just throwing her under the bus like she lying and shit. She ain't lying. That shit really goes down like that.
Right. All right, hold
on. You got a lot of rappers that was like my cousin. They said, fuck it.
Yeah, it's hundreds and thousands of them. Hold on a second. All right, go ahead, DJ Incredible. Take it off mute.
Hey, Choke, old boy said, he asked you, did you know? He must be ain't never seen none of your DVDs, bro. I mean, they was flooded the streets. I mean, you was the man, B. Yo, but listen, you still is the man, bro. But yo, but Choke, I apologize about cutting Ms. Lee. I apologize about cutting you off this first time I ever been on Choke show. I would never do it again. But but back to the Jaguar, right? Yo, listen, old boy from Carbonation, whatever his name is, Solar, right? I seen his interview too, right? Now, what I get from him, I ain't gonna sit here and lie. Those are like some negative energy, them negative forces. And how that boy went in and how he can manipulate Jag like that so quick. Them boys are skilled. I mean, they very skilled in that sexual manipulation shit. You know what I'm saying? But they also probably skilled in recognizing your weakness and capitalizing on it. You feel what I'm saying? So I mean, I feel like Jag's a victim, man. I don't think she really, you know what I'm saying? Because she was talking some. I mean, this last stuff she was saying, did you hear about the Big L, Cho? You heard about Big L? Yo, that's crazy. That's crazy. I was like, I was like, because listen. One time he say Jazz. Next time he say Big Daddy Kane. I'm like, yo, who did it? I mean, who put you in the door, B? You know what I'm saying? It's like I don't know who. I mean, do you know, Joe?
Who put Big L in the game?
No, Jay-Z, because he said that Jazz did it, and then he said Big Daddy Kane did it. But
well, I mean, they all played the part, but Jazz was first.
Jazz was first. I thought so. I thought Jazz was first.
Then he abandoned Jazz and went to Kane.
And then he abandoned Kane and jumped on Big L.
And then abandoned him, they go to Dame.
And then he abandoned Dame, and then he kept up. Hey, he got abandonment issues, man.
Now he got issues. That's what that is.
That dude got abandoned. Hey, I'm dead serious. He got abandonment issues, man. Hey, but see that? Hey, that's crazy though, Choke, man. I mean, what's your thoughts on that Jag though, man?
Oh, I'm gonna give it to you. Hold on, let me get back to Infinity real quick.
Yeah, so the reason why I relate with Jaguar Wright was because a couple of years ago I was living in Houston. An idea came to me. I opened the app. It was an app that you can download, a doctor or nurse, anytime, any place. I had X-rays coming home to your house. The X-ray, like doctors, medicine, everything, right? So I at one price. I did all the contracts, everything to get one price. All this at your house. So I'm thinking I'm beating some kind of healthcare thing, and I start, sending my idea out to state, to congressmen, senators, hell, Beyonce, because she lived in Houston, like something to get some some equity, to get some investment in. Finally, when I started doing it, a lot of crazy stuff started happening to me. Stalking, like people just come in and just destroy your marriage. The goal is for you to conquer and divide. If you're not a part of, if you seem like you know something more than you should, and you don't have anybody backing you, it can get like that. So I saw it 1,000 miles away. I had to go and heal myself. I had to go and really go through a journey and go in a remote area, move myself out of Houston. Had to make sure I, had to eliminate myself, go in isolation, and actually spiritually heal myself. Now I do speak the truth, but I had to heal me so I can help others. That's why I think with Jaguar, she needs to go and heal herself first. Yeah, because you can't help people, because her and Tokyo Tony are talking that they bringing people to the ark. But how can you guide people, or how can you guide sheep if you're not stable? So that's what, she needs to go and seriously heal. She really does. I did a couple of live streams about that.
Right.
She needs to spiritually heal, and it steps to it.
All right. Now I understand what you're saying, but I'm gonna keep it 100. Prior to the incident in the car and her putting the ashes on her face and her being around Solar, I felt like she was still sane. I felt like she was still in her right mind. I mean, even though she was exposing a lot of stuff, that may give people the impression that something was wrong with her, or she was crazy, or this, that, and the other. But a lot of stuff that she was saying wasn't far-fetched. You know what I'm saying? She wasn't saying she's seeing aliens and crazy shit like that to make you feel like it. She's just telling you that Alicia Keys allegedly is bisexual. Swiss Beats allegedly is bisexual. Uh, Jay-Z may have done this. Jay-Z may have done that. Clive Davis, Diddy, did. But the things that she's saying doesn't warrant for anybody to think that she needs to be in a mental institution, because there's a lot of stuff that we are privy to in the industry that got to see behind the curtain that a lot of people aren't privy to. And if you tell them, it may sound like you bugging or it may sound like you crazy. You know what I'm saying? But in her situation, I believe the guy Solar put some dark magic on her, some type of black magic, listening to her son. Her son said when they was in the restaurant, it was these two women that her husband called witches. And they kept chanting some shit to her. And then they had her chanting it and this, that, and the other. So, like, think about it. The part in the car when she wiped the ashes on her face, she's under a spell at that point. And when the dude Solar comes up on her, he's saying to her, "No bad voodoo." Like, if I'm arguing with my wife, or she's arguing with her husband, and she's mad because they just had a fight, and you trying to calm somebody down, who the hell ever says to you, "No bad voodoo, no juju, no bad juju"? But girl, calm down. Don't you know what I'm saying? That's that's what you're gonna see. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna if we telling them, "Oh, no bad voodoo," and things like that. Who's saying that? You know what I'm saying? So you must have some type of practices in voodoo or dark magic or something like that to be saying that. And then when you see her, like when he's saying that, that's when she's going more deeper into the demon, or the demon is taking over her body. However you want to look at it. But I don't think that prior to this, she needed to be institutionalized. I think she was just venting about the industry, and she seen some dark things. It's like Kanye. They be saying some stuff because they know stuff and they've been in certain rooms. But to the average person, it comes across like they may be crazy. Now, Kanye's a little different. I don't even want to put him and Jaguar Wright in the same category. This nigga's talking about Hitler and all kind of extra stuff. You know, for Jaguar, like I said, she went through one of them doors in the industry, and that's how she's privy to a lot of this information that everybody's not privy to, and she's exposing or their little industry secrets. And Jay-Z's probably the main target because he's allegedly one of the head niggas in the industry right now in that realm of dark energy. But Warrior Queen, what's going on? You got it together now. Let's hear what you got to say.
Can you hear me okay?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. You caught me off guard, otherwise I would have been prepared. Why you had to put my whole face up there? I don't want to look at anyway, I can relate to what the other young lady was saying. Like, I just relocated from Las Vegas, and I know you've been in Las Vegas. There are a bunch of weirdos there. I mean, that energy there, I knew before I even moved there, because I'm from the East Coast. I was actually in New York for about 10 years. So, you know, before I moved to the West Coast, especially in Las Vegas, I knew that spiritual energy it's just everywhere, you know, and you have to be a spiritually strong person to live there. You could visit, but to live there, you got to be spiritually strong, because you could go any way, you know, there. But anyway, so while I was there, I experienced the most oddest things. Like, I'm an introvert and I'm a loner. I like to, like, I don't like crowds. If I was around people that get too close to me, I fall back. And it was like I was a magnet for weirdos. And I was like, what the fuck, yo? I'm like, you know, since I've been to New York, we don't tolerate like people all up in our face and in our space, you know what I mean? And it's like, you get jerks there in New York, but we know how to stay in our lane. Whereas the tweakers in Las Vegas, they don't know how to, they just weird. So I was like, yo, how can I deal with this? Because I don't want to hit anybody because they're not in their right mind, And then that's the first thing I dealt with, right? So to my point, it's like the last 2 years have been odd for me. I'm a very um deep, like I'm outside the box. I'm a woke person. I've been woke since I was a kid. I get the dreams like you when you were talking about, you amazed me the other day when you were talking about your gifts. You know what I mean? I'm like, how did I stumble across you? Because I'm like relating these is supernatural things. A lot of people, spiritual people, don't talk about this, right? And I started really realizing that God is preparing me for something deep the last 2 years in Las Vegas, because I was dealing, how you get attacked and then you're able to come up and breathe a little bit, and then you attack again and then you come up to breathe. I wasn't given, it was day to day to day to day. It wasn't spaced out at all. And then one day I just gave in and I was like, you know what? I started laughing at it. You know what I mean? And I started, instead of whining and taking it all personal, I started laughing at it. I said, this is spiritual. I'm dealing with a spirit. I'm not dealing with these stupid humans that are coming at me, from my job to people in my family. So I started laughing at it. And then I came back to the East Coast where my people live, where I know the energy is, I'm familiar with it. And everything kind of calmed down. And like she said, the other lady, she said she had to put herself away. I'm literally on a mountain where I'm at. I'm not even close to my family where I can be distracted, and um, a lot of people with Jaguar, a lot of people who are ignorant to what spirituality really is, and what a spiritual attack really is, they will ignorantly say, oh, she's crazy, this and that and the other. Yo, when you even try to open yourself spiritually to something pure, you're still opening up a realm for anything to come through. That's why it's good to be educated on how to combat this. Because like when I first got into, say, Christianity, it was 2004. I didn't know how to relate to it. You know what I mean? I didn't know how to guard myself from the evil that could come with it. You know what I mean? I became, I say, a believer of God even through a Muslim first, and then a Christian 2004. I didn't know how to combat this all these years until the last couple of years. And I'm still, learning. But with Jaguar, it's like we are prayer warriors. That's why I'm glad you put this out there like that. Prayer warriors can help her indirectly. You know what I mean? Wherever she is, she needed to be there. I'm glad it happened. She needed to be where she is. If she's in a hospital, I pray for her coverage. But uh, people like us out there, we could help her indirectly, and not think that, okay, now she's a goner. What you're doing right now, Choke, is exactly what she needs. She needs recognition right now of what she's going through, so we can be actively praying and keep her out there constantly. Because, yeah, like you said, exposure for her can be her protection. Because mainstream, like you said, is dangerous. The mainstream is not covering it, because it is leaving her to be out there in danger, And the more we put light to it, especially like with this Tory Lane stuff, the more we put a light on it, the more these people, oh boy, she getting too much attention. We got to fall back a little bit, and then behind the scenes be that prayer warrior and have faith in that, because anything pure puts out fire, put out this evil if you walk in the right way. Anything pure could clear. Walk in church full of demons, and your heart, your mind is pure, they'll flee. And I've experienced that, or I've been in you know those
Hold on a
brownstones in
second.
New
Hold on a
York.
second. Let me say something real quick, because you just
Mhm.
brought it up, and this is why I did this show today. The point that you was just making about why I said Jaguar Wright needs national exposure, she's in danger, is because of this, right? I'm not putting knock on wood, we don't want nothing bad to happen to her, right? So I'm putting this out there as good energy for her. 1 second. Let me see something. So my point is this, and this is the reason why I say all this. Jaguar Wright has exposed a lot of people, from the Clive Davises to the Diddy's to the Jay-Z's to the Alicia Keys to the Swizz Beats to the Mary J. Blige to the Jill Scotts to the Commons to the Talib Kweli's to the I can't even think about everybody that she has spoken about. Over 50% of these people allegedly are in this dark ass cult that we cult, sorority, fraternity, however you want to look at it, however you want to call it. These people are in that, right? So to me, it is very, very strange that this isn't a national story for an artist that was a national artist, right? Especially with her being linked to Jay-Z and Song Cry and the Unplug and all that other stuff, right? From right there, that's automatic. Just because you attach to this dude, it's automatic national exposure. Now, we all watched this. We all posted this, whether it's on your Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. It's all over YouTube. But it has not made it to mainstream media. And she is a mainstream artist, right? The reason I say it is dangerous that she's not getting national exposure, because without the exposure, she could be Sandra Bland. You get what I'm saying? They will do stuff to her and nobody will know, because she don't have enough attention on her for everybody to be, whether it's the jail, a hospital, whatever. It's not enough exposure on her for people to be like where she's at. If she had national exposure right now, we all would know exactly where she's at. Nobody really know where she's at. You know what I'm saying? Now, for what she did, she committed a crime. For a crime, whether it was terroristic threats or assault or whatever, they came and they arrested her. They didn't put her in the back of the police car because she was very all over the place, cursing out the people. If you look out, she's on the floor with no goddamn shoes on. Her feet is dirty. You know she wasn't riding around driving with no shoes on. Some people say that she threw her shoes at the police or whatever. I don't know. But all I know is her feet was dirty. And when she ran up on them, she had shoes on her feet. But the point I'm making is this. Had she had national exposure, we will all know exactly what jail she's in or what hospital she's in. Me, I believe right now she's in some type of psych ward, but still under arrest. You know what I'm saying? She's like handcuffed to somebody's bed. They holding her for evaluation, probably a 72-hour evaluation. What my prediction is, I think probably she got arrested Friday. Saturday ain't no court. Sunday it ain't no court. Monday's a holiday, right? Then you got 24, 48, 72 hours that they can say that they treated her for a psychic evaluation, right? Then you got, so what I see happening tomorrow is we'll probably see her being charged with whether it's trespassing, disorderly conduct, assault, making terroristic threats, or whatever it's going to be. She's going to go to court tomorrow, right? And this is just me speculating, because you don't just get arrested and they just take you to the hospital and your family talking about, oh, she's in the hospital, as if she went in and admitted herself. She didn't admit herself. She was arrested and taken because she was disgruntled with the police, and they didn't want her in the back of their police car. So they had her take her to the ambulance, which they take her to some type of psychiatric place for evaluation. She smeared dead ashes over her face. She threw dead ashes on people. They're going to deem her not wrapped tight. You know what I'm saying? Because who the hell does that? Nobody. But we all know that I've been watching her for the last few years, leading up to even when she was just with Lady Luck and them. Shout out to them. On them, she wasn't the woman that was doing the interview with Lady Luck and them and Babs and them is not the same person that was in the car with the ashes on her face. That was not the same person spiritually. Those was two different entities. That was her regular self, and then that were in the car, that was the goddamn demon. The police arrested the goddamn demon. They didn't arrest Jaguar and her regular mind state. They arrested the goddamn demon. She probably woke up, snapped out of that shit, and couldn't believe what the hell he was telling her. You know what I'm saying? She probably gonna come out and say, I don't remember none of that. And then people gonna show her, and she gonna be like, yeah, I must have been possessed, because I would have never threw my son ashes on nobody. I would have never rubbed my son ashes on my face. She's gonna come back and be like, I did that? It's like being pissy drunk and you having a hangover and you don't remember what happened the night before, right? So what I believe is going to happen is she's going to possibly tomorrow, she's going to have to go to court, or these doctors are going to have to deem that she's fit to go home, and then we'll see her. If we don't see her tomorrow, and she's not on no goddamn sheriff's department police law with charges, her family better start being worried about her, and they better ask to go and see her and be able to see her. Because if y'all know, like I know, when Kanye got on that goddamn stage and said Jay-Z got killers, them niggas went right to his house. And that ain't even rubbing ashes on his face and throwing ashes. He just said, yo, Jay-Z, you got killers. You ain't my friend. You ain't come to my wedding. Our kids can't play with each other. The police went to his house, arrested him, took him to the mental institution. And then next time we saw Kanye, the nigga, everybody was saying he was in the sunken space. He was all drugged up and slow, this, that, and the other, until he winged himself off the medicine. And then that's who we got now. This nigga running around talking about Hitler and slavery was a choice and that, all that stuff, because he got the medicine out his system, whatever. Some people going to say MK Ultra, whatever it is, right? If Jaguar Wright doesn't get the right attention, they're going to, the people that she was talking about, exposing, they're going to send their doctors in. Oh, we're going to send our doctors in. She's part of us. We'll send our doctors in. And like I said, we'll see if she come back as the Jaguar that was just talking to Lady Luck and them, or is she going to be completely different? But Whiskey Films, what's up? Talk to me.
Yes, peace. I want to say peace to everybody. The host, yes, all I want to say is peace to choke, no joke, for this platform. I want to salute everybody in the panel. My name is Maji. I'm from New York City, and basically, I was born in Haiti, came to America. You know what I'm saying? So I was born with that spirituality, and my whole life has been a journey of spirituality. Now, I say all that to say is I used to work at the 4040 Club. I used to do security. And I met Tupac and I met a lot of celebrities like Jaguar Wright is talking. Now, all my credentials are in my Facebook and in my YouTube. So I just want to state I give thanks to the great mother and great father of this universe for the great divine work. Now, what happened to Jaguar Wright, understand, was very spiritual. She was speaking truth mixed with lies when she combined Erica Badu's name into it. She was lying on Erica Badu, and Erica Badu is affiliated with royal spiritual family. And that's what you saw possessing Jaguar Wright was the spirit of the great father and great mother. And to bring proof of what I'm saying, all you got to do is type in Dasy, Dasy. He's on YouTube with all the receipts about Jaguar Wright before this happened to Jaguar Wright, because she has disrespected Erica Badu, and Erica Badu is affiliated with a royal celestial line. But I digress. If you have any questions for me. I can't hear you.
You're on mute.
I'm on mute. Okay.
All right, go ahead. Finny, what you want to say?
Okay, I'm sorry. I keep going in and out. So what I was saying was I did live in Harris County, Texas, in Houston. So this is what happens because I've been through this. Like I said, if you're gonna fight the upper echelon, if you're gonna fight them, this is what you have to do. They will come in with crazy with cops, all this other stuff. So once you get hospitalized in Harris County, probably in Texas, it's what is called a mental health warrant. Somehow
Wait, real
police,
quick. Let me ask you, where did Jaguar get arrested at?
she got arrested in DeSoto County. I want to say just DeSoto. I don't want to say Tarrant. I think it's DeSoto, Texas. I think that's DeSoto County.
Okay, all right, yeah. I think that's what it was. That's what I saw on the ambulances and stuff. But when I went and looked it up to see if she was locked up in that county, there was nothing there.
No, you won't be. Once you get a mental warrant, what cops do is they have the judge on key, and they call instantly, and give you a warrant. They lock you in for 3 days. This is what they tell you when you get in. Once you go those 3 days, you just shut up. Don't say nothing. If you do fight or you try to not take the medicine, they will hold you down for more days. Or if they tell you you have a right to go and get a lawyer, you can go to your hearing. If you do, they'll hold you out for 7 days. So what they tell you is, so you just ride the pine, and that's what I said in my instructions. Ride the pine for 3 days. Don't say nothing. Don't do nothing. Just don't even say the Illuminati or whoever behind you. Don't say you see something. Don't say you hear nothing. Don't say nothing like you psychic. Don't say all that. Just ride the pine for 3 days, and then they'll just let you out. So because this happened Saturday, so you have Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. So most likely she is in emergency room, or she could be in a psychiatric hospital. And then she's gonna be high. They're gonna put you on some medications that you are not supposed to be on. It's just crazy. You only don't see the doctor
This is
once.
what I was explaining to people. When she come back, she's not going to be the same because they're going to drug her up. Go ahead, finish.
Yeah, they're gonna drug her up like she's gonna walk like a human corpse. I'm telling you, like, also, this happened to me in Houston as well. You got to watch people, because when like, I just had people, like friends, just give me, weed, right? I was buying, at that time I was buying them by the brick. So one time the brick was off, and so my people came to me and said, "Yo, it's off." So we was like, "Okay, we just gonna smoke it, whatever." So we broke it down. So when we did that, I start acting cuckoo like hell. Somebody put mushrooms in my weed. So I was just possessed. So it kind of triggered me because I saw all that in her. So you don't know they put anything in her weed. You don't know they put anything in her drink. You don't know, like, those people are coming. Those are agents of chaos. They were called, and you never know. Somebody probably called Nature Boy in Atlanta and said, "Yo, you about to get out on bail, right? Okay, so if you need to get on bail, maybe you need to send Solar down there to do some chaos, because anybody knows Nature Boy is about to, well, his hearing got messed over last week because of weather, so he didn't get bail. So now he's about to go back on the 27th. If you see Nature Boy get bail after this, because of some mysterious reason, you'll try to figure things out. But he was sent there to send chaos. You don't know what he did, along with the spiritual attack. That was a straight spiritual, psychic, or empath attack on her. That's what that was. And the devil will come, and they know what's your weakness. Well, her only weakness is she's by herself right now. Her husband is her protection. So let me just wedge and get in. Also, Jaguar needs to learn, like, if you're gonna be like this, you're gonna have to stay in a high vibration. How do you stay in a high vibration? You can't be around people like Solar. You can't be around anybody in the lower vibration. You have to stay high right now while you're carrying this spiritual message. You got to. You got to eat the right food. You got to keep your temple by doing a lot of meditation. You got to stay by yourself. There's no way that you can be intuitive right now. That's a lot of chaos going on. How can you actually get the divine guidance that you're supposed to get if your root? And God knows, if anything sexual happen, your sacral is all off. So it's just all those chakras. I mean, it was just like, it's a learning lesson. When you're being attacked, or when you're going through spiritual warfare, you have to take a lot of L's to get to the win. And that was just an L that you had to take, and you had to understand now, like during this time, God will show your enemy. It's like the snakes will come, but you have to know, you have to stand on yourself. Also, what really ended my dark night of the soul, which that's what she's going through, it's called dark night of the soul. What ended mine was when I went finally, it's like, that's it, I have to surrender. um God sends people, and he sends angels through people, like messages. And it was this angel in my hospital room, because I was tired fighting the devil alone. It was this woman came to me. She said, I said, "Did you believe all this voodoo, all this happened to me? Like, I saw all these demons. I saw all this. Like, is this true?" She said, "Yes, I believe you." But she said one thing. She said, "Are you tired of fighting the devil alone?" And I looked at her. I was like, "Yeah." She said, "You don't have to. You got a team. You got a tribe. You got to find your tribe. You got to find your team. You got to get with your ancestors. You got to get with all this to fight this. Like, you can't, I understand you want to do it on your own, but you can't do it on your own." So, I hope you like that, Choke.
Yeah, I do. That's it's like, oh my God. So And so you've been in this situation, or you know someone that been in a situation where they had to wait the 3 days out?
Yes, I've been in that situation because, like I said, when all of a sudden, when I let all these people know about this tech idea I had, you can beat health insurance. That's when all holy hell broke loose, and I was, yeah. So it drove me crazy the first round. All the gang stalking, um, just in the middle of the night, people just in front of your house doing crazy stuff, um, all just all the craziness, and it can drive you crazy. Like you feel like you're fighting a war by yourself. And so there was these police officers that intercepted with my husband. It's like, yeah, she has a problem. You need to go and lock her up. And they gave him instructions on what to do. And they came and got me, and I was unaware of it. By the time I came out of there, I felt like a zombie. Matter of fact, that doctor ended up getting arrested because he gave a lot of patients a lot of medications that they shouldn't have had. It was an African doctor in Harris County, Houston, Texas.
Hold on a second. Go ahead, Christopher. Whiskey, you got something to say?
Yes. This is real important, Choke. Very, very important, man. I'm from New York City. I've been in New York City since 1974 in Crotona Park in South Bronx. This is very serious. The reason why I'm in your live today is because the Most High God wants me to let you know what's going on. And all my credentials are right there. I used to work at the Apollo. I used to work at the 4040 Club. I was actually working with Nature Boy, where Solar comes from. He came, Nature Boy and his members came to our studio in New Jersey, and I hosted them with a whole live camera. I met Erica Badu. This is all very spiritual, brother. I met Desiree Perez, Shauna. I met all of them.
Wait, hold on. Erica Badu is related to Nature Boy and them too?
No, brother. Listen, no. You need to understand that right now God is revealing Himself through numbers. Everything that's happening when Nature Boy wanted that bond, God sent 6 tornadoes to Atlanta, Georgia, and blew out all the electricity when Nature Boy was waiting for a bond. I'm here to let you know that God is real, God is living, and God is on YouTube. God is in flesh. Right now, there's no more CERN, no more Illuminati. Illuminati's dead, no more HARP. All that, all you see is clones. No more Pope, no more Queen of England. Everything that you see are clones. And the real, because you can't box with God. God is everything. So God now is revealing itself through numbers, through symbols. And that's why I'm in your live right now, so you can understand what is going on. Erica Badu is related to a celestial realm, a celestial realm. She got DNA that comes from the stars. She's connected to God. As a matter of fact, I don't want to go too deep, but she's God's child. And God do not like when you play with God's children. And I know it sounds crazy because we don't talk like that. We just talk Illuminati. We just talk government. We just talk about the Freemasons. That's our talk. But it's a new song. It's a new day. We're talking about new things now being revealed. And I know it's unpopular, but Choke, you have been chosen. Your life, God is using you right now with your life to reveal God right now. So understand your position. Understand your position. Check my credentials. I know Shauna from the 4040 Club. I know Desiree Perez. She's the one that fired me because I stood up on principles. Because Jay-Z was letting undercover cops walk inside 4040 clubs to mingle with us. So then when we come out with all our jewelry, You got undercover cops following us. And that's what's going on with Jay-Z. He owns a club called 4040. Everybody, he wears a baseball cap, but when you go to 4040, you can't wear no baseball cap. It's a big contradiction, a big lie. I'm like, so then the white people, they could wear hats when it's Super Bowl and all these white people coming in with their hats. They could come in, but us Latin, Hispanics, Mexicans, and we try to finesse with the hats. Oh no, as a security guard, as a bouncer, I had to confiscate your hat. I'm just talking about the hypocrisy of Jay-Z's life. I met Tupac.
Let me ask you real quick. Let's stay right here for a second.
Yes, right.
You said that Jay-Z would let undercover detectives in the 4040 unannounced.
That's correct. And when I said, yo, I said, who are you? You can't come in with that gun. He said, the undercover officer told me, you want me to tell the owner you're giving me a hard time? And I got out the way. A week later, Desiree Perez tells me, let me tell you something. And I said, what is it? She goes, what you told that cop? Let me tell you something. When they come in, you just let them in. And the ones in blue, you call in code blue. You know the difference, right? And I said, oh, okay. And then she goes, and another thing, I got some, I did you a favor. I said, I was like, how you doing me a favor? She goes, because those cops was about to arrest you. And I went home thinking, how could those cops arrest me when I got a clean criminal record just to be a security guard? How could they arrest me when I'm in my post doing my job? So why would Desiree Perez tell me that she did me a favor because those cops were going to arrest me? What does that mean? Does that mean kidnap? So when I saw your show, Choke, I resonated with you from the beginning because you speaking the truth. You were around these vultures just like me, but I didn't party with them.
What year was this? You was working there?
I got my pay stubs. 21
around
2005. Anyway, as a matter of fact, when they did.
Yeah.
When they did that video, the Rock Boys in the building tonight, I was right. I was a security guard. Everybody was in there. Mariah, Irv Gotti, and I was like, God damn, I'm in a room full of millionaires, and it's boring. And I got
Let me ask you another question right there. I know this is off the subject, y'all, for a minute, but I keep telling these people that them niggas is the police over there. So you tell me this nigga Jay-Z was letting detective come in the 4040 to blend in with the crowd, undercovers, and people ain't even know the police was in there.
And when I stood up,
people ask, what happened to the New York hip-hop police? Rock Nation, allegedly, is the hip-hop police. Are y'all niggas stupid? You just heard it. You just heard it. We was not planning on bringing this up. This is God just revealing to all y'all niggas out there that sucking this nigga off. Niggas sending y'all niggas in jail, allegedly.
Yo, I got my 21 incorporated work receipts. They were paying me $330 to work for 2 days. I got all my receipts. And when they fired me, I said, no problem. I'm going to get my unemployment. But I got to see the light that security, I'm security. I could go anywhere. I don't need no credentials. I am security. Right. And I did security for Madison, for Apollo, for Radio City Music Hall. And listen, God got to, when I met Tupac in real life, that's when I knew ain't no coincidence. It's real alignment. So I'm here. God is using me in my whole, let me just put it like this. When I was 16 years old, I was hanging out with Russell Simmons when he was doing the Beastie Boys in the world when they were shooting the video No Sleep Till Brooklyn with the Beastie Boys. I was in the Beastie Boys house because they were Like God put me in all these situations, and I'm like, why, God? And I got to see, man, I'm chosen to speak the truth. And Choke, you're chosen too, God. And let me tell you before I leave, the name is King Darcy. Go on YouTube and type in DASE. All the proof, all the receipts are there. We're not capping at all. God, let me tell you something. God got into Jaguar Wright and possessed her to say everyone is dead, everyone is dying, because that's the message. We're in Armageddon. We in Apocalypto right now. So this is the reason why I'm in your live. This is not a coincidence. The reason you let me up is because of this divine message. And if you give me a second, I can show you my receipts. I can show you my pictures, whatever you want to see. I put it all on Facebook. It's all on YouTube. It's all on my Instagram. Or everything I said. I've been with no money. I've been to England, France, Italy, Egypt. God put me everywhere with no money. I was already in Egypt. So, and my pictures are all up there on Facebook. So I'm a real one. I was born in 1969 in Haiti.
Right.
I'm too much.
Trust me. Like you said, God put you here for a reason.
Amen.
I'm glad you came up here because you just cracked the code for the people that I'm the Jay-Z hater. But I've been telling, where my hat at? Let me show you my hat. Pow! I told y'all.
Nation. Yo, you are blessed, Choke. You are blessed, powerful, and divine, Choke. Stay right there. Stay right there with God. Stay right there. Right now is the time. Right now is the time for us to start meditating, to start asking the water to upgrade our bodies. Let me tell you something. Those UFOs that are hovering in our cities, they're going to pick us up, and we're going to see this globe in fire, because the earth is tired of the rape, robbing, and stealing of the gold, the petroleum, and this is it. We were born for this. This is it, Choke. And I'm glad to see you. I'm going to go into my file. I'm going to go into my file, see if I find some pictures. What?
I said, I'm going to follow you on Instagram. What's your Instagram?
Yeah. My Instagram is magic.maji. Magic.maji. MAAJI. Look at my life. Look where God took me to with no money. Just because I stood on integrity. I stood on principle all my life. I'm 53 years old, and I would ask people, have I ever wronged you? Have I ever disrespected you? I asked my mother, my father, have I ever disrespected you once? That's who I am. And Choke, we're right here.
All right, say your Instagram one more time. Magic what?
Magic.maji. MAAJI. MAAJI.
I see it.
Look at my photo album right here. Look at my photo album. I just picked it up. I just got my photo album right here so you can see.
Right. All right, hold on for a second. I'm gonna come back to you. Let me go to Christopher real quick. Wait.
Choke.
Please, go ahead, Christopher.
Choke.
What's good, man? How you?
Everything's good. Yeah, man, I just wanted to come in real quick. I hear what everybody's been talking about with Jaguar Wright, and obviously we've been following it. I just want to say, basically what's going on with Jaguar Wright is she's kind of exposing, a lot of the secrets that we kind of heard about but weren't privy to. And I think that's why they're trying to make her seem like she's, mentally, having an issue or something like that.
Hold on. I got you. All right. Yeah. Well, the bad thing for her is that this incident with the Solar guy, they can use that against her to deem her as crazy or something's wrong with her Because prior to that, they really ain't, she just out here talking. But she put herself in a very bad position being around that guy because he made her look like she's crazy now. People wasn't thinking she was crazy before. They was like, yo, she wild. She crazy. She not crazy, but she putting a lot out there. She putting a lot. People were more scared for her for exposing the truth as opposed to being deemed crazy. Now they're gonna use this against her because now all the stuff that she says, now the Jay-Z's, the Clyde Davises, the Diddy's, they go all come and say, man, that girl crazy. She rubbing dead ashes on her face. She throwing dashes on me. Now they can just write her off as that. But the scary part is she put herself in a position for these people, very powerful people, to send people into hospitals and drug her to a place that we won't see her like we saw her prior to that incident. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, we got to keep the message going though, because the thing is, we need to wake people up. Not we don't need to do anything, but people should wake up because it's crazy out here. Like we grew up in the hip hop culture, and it's dying right in front of us. Like artists are just dying left and right. I used to come on your show a couple years ago, and things is a lot different now than they was a couple years ago. Like things have gotten a lot worse. And I think we're just, somebody said Armageddon and all that. If you into the Bible, I don't believe in like Catholicism or religion, so to speak, but if you believe in the Bible, a lot of this stuff is real, man. Like we've been dealing with dark spirits, man. Like I love hip hop. I grew up, I was born in '83. I grew up on hip hop just like everybody else. Like I love hip hop, but when we was growing up, we had Big Daddy Kane. We had like stuff you could bop to, you could dance to, and it wasn't all about just killing each other. You know what I'm saying? Like that's really the problem. Like we just got social media and everything just made us desensitized. We just are okay with that. And then so now when you see like honestly, you could pinpoint a lot of these deaths. Like to when people say Illuminati, whatever you want to say, you could pinpoint them. Like there's something that's called a death clause in the contract. So when you seeing a lot of these rappers falling off, it's because of that death clause. It's because they have signed a deal that will, now you more worth more dead than alive. And it's not just rappers. It's happened to Amy Winehouse. It's happened to other artists. So it's just now our culture is the biggest culture. So it's happening to us. But
100%.
one us as a people, like I said, we don't have to do anything. But if this is our culture, we should do something. Like we should say something. So I appreciate Jaguar Wright for saying something, because if we just sit quiet, then it's just gonna be what it is.